Hi guys, I'm making a bit of an early 1 year 3 months video. It's been ages since I put something up. I put up a brief video for my 1 year, um, but I'm doing it early because I'm moving house and so I won't have internet for a little while. Um, and I haven't made a video in ages because the last few months have been a bit rough for me. My relationship ended and I've been moving around the country a fair amount, living in various places, and just sort of taking a bit of time for me, not really focusing on my transition at all, because I've had a lot of personal stuff to sort out and sort through, and I'm also coming towards like the closing stages of my PhD, so transition was kind of the last thing on my list really of stuff to think about and worry about. Um, but now that kind of, I don't know, now that I have left it a couple of months, I suddenly felt that there were a couple of things that I'd like to update on, and also I guess just kind of get sort of back into the swing of the YouTube community, because I've been kind of absent for a while. And yeah, so anyway, um, all the changes, like, obviously are just a lot slower now, but I have kind of noticed that kind of body hair, muscle, it all seems to be, I notice it more prominently now. It does seem to be coming in sort of thicker, and it seems to have just evened out, whereas I think before I would notice kind of like, I don't know, one calf had got muscly or something. Now it's much more that my whole body just is more male, not particularly built or hench, but kind of everything seems to have got to a stage now where, I mean, maybe with the exception maybe of my hips, um, although I think I'm always going to be more critical than other people, because I sort of mentioned this to somebody and they were like, no, like, you're really triangular, you're really kind of boy shaped, and so I don't know. I think I need to give myself a bit of a break about that, really. I haven't been working out anymore. Haven't worked out for ages because I'm still walking with the aid of a walking stick, since I suffered some nerve damage back in April. I'm on pretty heavy painkillers, which kind of knock me out and whatever. So I haven't really been able to do much. I mean, kind of walking down to the local shop is kind of painful, and does me for the day. So the idea of kind of working out just hasn't really happened. And in terms of the upper body stuff, I thought, oh, I could have a go at that, but actually, kind of where you've got to kind of position the weight onto legs and stuff to make sure that you're balancing the weights properly, and it was just too much for me, push-ups and stuff. Uh, so I haven't. Um, but I don't know. I'm quite happy with kind of. I know that I could have built more muscle or slimmed down or probably helped my changes if I'd done more, but I'm not. I'm not too worried, to be honest. As for facial hair, I am losing that battle. Yeah, never mind. It was the one thing I really wanted, and I think it was the one thing I knew I'd be very lucky to get. So, I mean, it is. I am getting slowly stubblier, but it has taken a long time, and I think I am some way off being able to have anything to show for it. So I don't know. I'm just trying to learn patience. It's never been one of my greater virtues. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, chill out about it a little bit, I guess. Oh yeah, my voice. My voice seems to have like really leveled out now. I mean, my speaking voice seemed to have leveled out, kind of just before the 1 year mark, or I thought it had anyway. But I was still really self conscious about singing, and I love singing. I'm not brilliant at it, but I've always had kind of a reasonable pub voice, um, and but it went through um, a pretty drastic, and quick change, and I just couldn't. I'd hear a note, and I'd know that if I did X, Y, and Z with my voice, then that note would come out, and then of course that doesn't work anymore, and so I just didn't know physically how to move my voice to copy the sound I was hearing. But I seem to have kind of overcome that a little bit, and sort of petered out at a light baritone. Although I can go quite a lot deeper, but not as tunefully. So maybe I'll work on that. I don't know. But also I got my woo back, which was really exciting. I'm going woo. Which I couldn't do, and I was really upset that I lost my woo. But it's come back, so that's really cool. I got very excited about that when I realised, because I really hate kind of. It was one of the social passing things that I really noticed was, when you kind of you want to applaud and kind of people go woo, like this kind of and as a guy, I kind of go, hey, you sound like baying wolves. Like it's very grotesque. I think, especially kind of, if you're watching alternative cabaret with female artists, I felt really uncomfortable, like, in the way that I was vocally able to show appreciation for a performance that I'd enjoyed, and I found it, I don't know, I really didn't like it, and I really struggled with that. So I'm kind of glad that I've got my woo back, and I'm gonna work on my woo. And sorry, I'm looking at a list and trying to keep this reasonably brief. I'm not social passing stuff. I'm not kind of assuming anymore that people can read me as trans. I'm assuming that I'm getting read as male, and so I'm not kind of immediately going, I'm Jack, I'm trans, and I am calling people way more if they slip up on a pronoun, or I'm getting way more assertive with saying, no, you don't ask what my birth name was, sort yourself out, you've had a while now to get your head around this, and no, like, unacceptable, which I wasn't doing for ages. I was just kind of being really lenient and sort of, oh, don't worry about it, oh, it's not your fault, and oh, it must be tough for you, and now I'm just like, get over it. Sort yourself out a little bit. And also, like, I think the passing thing has been really helped by the fact that I get read pretty consistently as a gay guy, and I don't do much to correct people, because I think that any effeminacy or kind of alternative presentation that I have now gets coded as that, and so I don't have to. People think gay guy way before they think born female, and that's fine with me. I am kind of camp. I did come through the queer community, and I kind of don't really want to lose that sense of identity. So if gay guy is a way of retaining that, then I'm happy enough with that. I don't really care. And then top surgery. I got my sign off for top surgery months and months and months and months ago. Charing Cross sent the letter to the wrong doctor, who never forwarded it on, so my doctor didn't get the letter. I went back to Charing Cross. My doctor still hasn't got the letter. They wrote a new letter. It still hasn't arrived. So even though I've had several sign-offs now for my top surgery, basically I'm just stuck in the Charing Cross admin loop, and nothing can progress until letters start to get through. And it's been a bit of a nightmare, because I've got a really lovely GP who I've kept on, but he's in a city that I don't live in, with an address that I don't live at. So it's just huge delays and all of that kind of stuff. But Stuart Lorimer did say that, because he was like, you've been waiting, and this is all a big cock up, and it was really cool, because my PCT is unlikely to fund it, but he said that he was going to do me a direct referral for Andrew Yelland, so hopefully I can get my consult without having to wait for PCT approval, and then Yelland will also kind of get on the case, because obviously he'll want to be paid. I got excited about this months ago, and nothing's happened, so I'm basically not counting my chickens before they're hatched, but potentially it could be quite exciting. So I don't know, potentially I'm moving further towards my top surgery, which is increasingly important for me, as I pass better, and I just want to, I don't know, get on with life, but also that the drugs I'm on for the pain in my leg also, in both men and women, adds mass to the breast tissue, And so binding is becoming harder and more painful and stuff like that. So that's a bit grim. I've just hit the 10-minute mark, and so I should really wrap this up. I still am waiting. My best mate was working on a montage for me. She's been taking photos throughout the first year of my transition and kind of sporadically whenever we meet up. But hooray! She is pregnant again, and she has a toddler, and she's also doing work for people who pay her money. So, so the montage has been a bit of a long time coming, and I don't know, maybe I'll get it sorted out in time for like a year and a half or 2 years or something, and I don't know. But whenever I sort it out and whenever it gets done, I'll pop it up on YouTube. Yeah. I'm sure there's loads more. But anyway, it actually feels really nice to be making a video again. And I look forward to catching up on the videos that I've missed, and I hope everybody's doing well. And maybe I'll try and make it to a meetup at some point, because it would be nice to kind of reconnect with everybody. Anyway, Happy New Year's, guys, and I hope 2012 brings you all you want. See ya.